Hi there, people. Eastern Ontario. Nice day. Not that sunny, but a couple of clouds. There's the sun. Whoa. This is my land. Got over 348 acres at this place. I don't know if you can see it. Way down there and behind that forest. Behind this forest over there. So most of my wind comes, well, that side, and you can see the horizon. And this is 95% of the wind comes from northwest in this area. West is that way. So, but unfortunately, there's no wind today. But the sun's doing its job. There's my solar panels. Some on top of that roof right there. Those are the 2125. They're flexible. They're rated at 30 something volt there. And these are the other solar panels on the rack. As you can see, 1, 2, and 3 at the bottom. Those are my 180s. They're at 37 volts. And the 4 sharps are right in the middle. They're rated at 17.9 volts. I'm going to show you the labels this time. So, I don't know if it's going to focus in. That's the label for the 180s. And these are the 123s, the 4 sharps. I told you before that I got those in the batteries now. They're back in parallel, doing much of a better job. The 180s are more suitable for my GTI, the grid tie, rated at 22 to 60 volts, and they're 37, so, and they peak at 42, so they're a lot better. But I had too much power now for the batteries, so I bought a new toy. Let's go inside. I'll show you what. How about that new toy? Hi there again. So I just wanted to show you. We got ourselves a new grid tie. The only difference between this grid tie and those two is this one is a low powered one, set up for a 10.8 volt to 30 volts, and it works great with the 4 sharps at 17.9 volt. So what I did is put back my switch on. So now I got the 4 sharps going to the switch, all the grounds at the bus bar. From the switch, one side of the switch goes to the charge controller, and the other side of the switch goes directly to the grid tie. Now on this switch, there's a both. So 2 is the batteries, 1 is the grid tie alone, and right now I got it on both. So right now I'm charging my batteries, as you can see. I can shut it off here. Say go strictly on the grid tie. You should see the volts. All my batteries are pretty full today, so. But grid tie is on. Batteries are still full. Put it back to the batteries and the grid tie. So I got more, and that's just the batteries. Look at those batteries going up. Might jump on dump load there. And as you can see, I don't have a dump load, so I got to control my power all the time, and that's what I do. Instead of having the full power, full 30 amp going to the box now, I crank in the new grid tie, the 10.8, and it works great with a 12 volt system. And a lot of sun today, but this is what we're putting in the grid right now today. With the sun that we're having today, it's not a clear blue sky, but it's still putting out great power and charging batteries at the same time. So I can't go wrong now. I'm just waiting for my other charge controller, and then I got another configuration to try, and when I get that done, well, you'll hear about it. But the only thing I gotta do now is when there's not a lot of power, or I should say a lot of sun, I'd rather go directly to the batteries and keep my power for my batteries. And when it does go on divert load, like I saw this morning for the first time in a long time, and went on divert mode, I'm going to connect the divert mode to the grid tie. With the switch that way, the wire, the power just can't go through. The switch is off, so it will divert the power directly into those wires. Directly to the grid tie on divert mode. So that's my next project. I'll be doing this afternoon. We just got this one rigged up there, and I'm very glad that it works. As you can see, they're all going crazy. So that's my new little addition right now. Another 500 grid tie, but with the low power, the 10.8 to 30 volt. Bought it from eBay. Always from the same man. Great man to work with. And great prices. And you can't go wrong. So I'm very glad that it works, because now I can charge up my batteries. And as you can see, I can give power inside the grid. So that's my new addition. My wall is starting to get full. But hey, there's lots of room everywhere. So Eastern Ontario saying thank you for watching my videos, and have a good one. See you later. Now, in conclusion, the 250s are going in that disconnect box. Or I should say the two 125s up on that roof there. The flexible one goes through there, disconnect box, fused up directly inside the grid tie. 180s, exactly the same thing, through the disconnect box, fuse directly into this 600 grid tie. 500. Now the 4 sharps now, they go through this disconnect switch, also off, so very safety. Fuse comes out, fuse into the charge controller. So, oh yeah, don't forget the dial. Okay. And into the battery bank. Or, number 1, out. Bus bar. And directly to the grid tie. Grounds are all the same. They always go to where they're supposed to go. All together. So that's it. That's my system now. Or like I said, I can go with both and run power to the battery banks and to this grid tie. Number 1, the grid tie. They're all working. They're all working very nicely. And the batteries, well, you just saw it there. It's charging. Okay, that's that. See you later, guys.